Hey everyone, welcome back to the Soundbite. My name is Andrew, and today we're going to be jumping back into the warning. We're going to do another live video here. This is Disciple from live at the Pepsi Center. This has been suggested by several people, so I guess this is the next one that I need to do. So we're going to do the live video for this. So hopefully this will work out pretty well. I know I've had some issues with the videos before, so I do apologize for that. My connection is just not super great, so there's not much that I can do about that, unfortunately. So I'm trying to work things around how to sort of improve on that. Anyway, let's get straight into this. The warning, Disciple live at Pepsi Center. I'm looking forward to this because I really enjoyed the last one, Choke. Was really impressed by it, so I definitely want to get right into this and see what this is all about. So let's get into this now with the warning. Okay, a lot of energy here. Again. Okay, I'll just pause it right there. Yeah, it's actually, even though it's got a different sort of like thing to it, obviously being a different song, it does remind me a little bit like that sort of that riff that they were going into just then. Does remind me a little bit of Choke actually. So it's kind of similar in that aspect, but obviously the rest of the song is different, and I'm kind of different seeing now another side of the band as well. But the one thing that remains the same that was very true in the last one was the hook element, and the riffs. That still is a major component of the band, and that's the thing that I'm sort of looking at it is the way that they're sort of playing those songs as well, but also just the way that the riffs are coming out and kind of leading the way. It's not like pop music or whatever where it's very vocal oriented and that kind of leads the song. This is definitely more guitar oriented, and the riffs are kind of like the standout, and that's what sort of makes the song. And that's kind of what I look for as well, is those kind of things, those elements. So this band definitely has that. As far as the live performance, it definitely just tons and tons of energy. I can see why people love the live performances more. Again, I'm very intrigued to hear the studio version though, and I will get to that. Because I just want to make that little comparison to see why the live aspect is better than the studio. Because it's one thing to hear that, but from other people, but I've got to hear it for myself just to see what people are talking about. This is it's just a curiosity thing. That's all it is. But I can see why. Yeah, the live aspect is definitely the main ingredient for this band, and it's the reason why probably they've been so successful so far. So let's get straight back into it because I wanted to see how this song sort of plays out as well. It is impressive how a drummer can sing at the same time while doing all that crazy stuff. We've got a slower sort of melodic section here. I'll just pause it right there. So that's obviously, it sounds like it's an extended version. That little interlude there sounds like an extended version. I'm assuming that's not like that on the studio version. So that's kind of one of the things that I'm talking about, how, you hear the studio version first and then you hear the live version and you kind of make that comparison and you go, okay, so they're expanding on what they've done in the studio kind of thing. I know people have commented saying that a lot of this stuff was kind of done live first, I guess, and then they just sort of had to record it because that's what bands do, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's true that the live aspect is definitely the main sort of staple for the band these days. I guess it always has been to some degree, but for sure, the live thing is where it counts the most for the band. Bringing it out to the audiences and stuff. But yeah, I just want to see like how the song structures and stuff are changed for the live version, because that does happen. It is a thing that bands will do where they'll go out and play it live and they'll sort of chop and change and do this and do that. So that's that little bit there sounded like it was an extension, getting the crowd involved and all that kind of stuff, which I totally get. It's kind of what you want to do, and that part clearly lends itself for the live aspect. There's so many times where I've seen a song or heard a song and kind of feel, okay, this would actually go really well with the crowd. And it's something that I've actually asked musicians a lot when they sit and write a song, they ever think about the live aspect. How would this actually play out live? Because obviously not most bands don't necessarily write songs for the live sort of performance. They're just writing songs because that's the sort of creative thing that they're doing. And then they try to work it out for the live show. But I do wonder how many musicians actually think about when they're doing a part of a song, do they think about how it would translate? And then if they don't think it'll translate live, do they kind of change it to make it fit into a live show? So that process always intrigues me. But so obviously these songs lend themselves very well live. And just the sheer theatrics of the band members, how they get involved. They're not just playing the songs, they're putting on a show, and that's kind of what you want to see from a band when you go to see them live. Is that you don't want to just hear the record, you don't want to just hear a replication of what they have done in the studio. You want a show, and that's what you're paying for. And that's what these girls do. They actually just perform to a point where you're getting just a show that is the ultimate live experience, and that's what you want. It's fantastic to see. I can't help but compare. I can't, forgive me if I can't remember the names again. I will remember them at some point. The singer, I can't help but like see that Lzzy Howell comparison. It's just, it's pretty there. Like, if you know who Lzzy Howell is, obviously many of you will probably know. And I know some of you have suggested, or commented, I should say, on the Hailstorm connection there. So that actually makes sense now. It's like, okay, all right. So I see why that is. So let's get back into it anyway. Okay, that's it. I'll end it abruptly there. There you go. The Warning with Disciple live from Pepsi Center. Thanks for those who made that suggestion, and thanks for those correcting me on the actual year of this performance. It was actually 2023, from what I understand. Like I said before, I was a bit confused as to where this show was because it was just not matching up as far as the description and the thumbnail and all this kind of stuff. So, thanks to those who corrected me on that. Yeah, that's a great performance, a great song. Um, yeah, from what I understand, I think one of the people that suggested it, I think it was the Chazza 67. He actually said this song was about the dangers of social media. So, yeah, that's obviously a thing these days. And I obviously won't get into it too much, but you know, the social media aspect of the society is definitely an issue. I feel, I don't do a lot of social media these days as far as my personal account. I do some here and there, but for the most part, there are certain platforms that I just stay away from because I just don't think it's very healthy. But unfortunately, that is the world we live in. So, especially if you're in certain sort of industries or whatever, you've got to play the game, So, anyway, thanks to everyone for making that suggestion with The Warning. Hopefully, the Warning Army likes it, and please subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't already sort of joined what is an interesting ride so far, because I'm going to be going down the Warning rabbit hole and checking out more of their stuff. Please join us and join in on the ride, and keep making those suggestions. And I will definitely see how we go with this whole thing because yeah, I'm definitely intrigued by what this band can offer as far as like just their back catalog and what all other sort of different, how experimental are they? Do they kind of stray away a little bit from the sort of core sound that they have, or is it pretty much like this style? I guess I'll find out as we go along, but it's been definitely interesting so far, that's for sure, and I've really enjoyed it. This song was. I'll make a little quick comparison. This song was good. I still feel Choke was a little better, just for my personal sort of taste or whatever. But I'm sure everyone's got their own personal favorites and all that. Let me know what your favorite song is from The Warning, and maybe that's one that I'll check out as well. So, anyway, thanks for tuning in as always, and I'll see you in the next video.